What's going on, guys? There was in a block, back again in the garage, 67 Chevelle, Project Motivation. If you haven't seen this car before on the channel, I'll put a link at the screen to get you caught up. This car's been around for a while, and I am getting to the final stages of completing this thing so I can get it on the road and enjoy it. And in today's video, we're going to take care of completing the exhaust system from just behind the firewall to the rear bumper. So currently on the Chevelle, the exhaust, if you're looking at the driver's door right here, dumps right down here. Right at the driver's door. You see those two homemade turn downs? Driver's door, dump. So yeah, it's loud. Also, there's no carpet or sound insulation in the car. But I'm going to go ahead and extend the exhaust from here all the way back to the back. And dump them right back here by this back bumper. This is the kit. I got it on eBay. I'm going to pull it out of the box. We'll lay it out real quick and kind of show you what's here. And then we'll jack the car up, get it up in the air, and start fitting pieces. This is what's in the box. It's 2 pieces, or 4 pieces. This long piece here on the left-hand side, you can see connects into that short piece up there. I've just got them mocked up on the floor. And these pieces that you see towards my feet are what would come out towards the back of the car under the bumper. Then you've got these manual bends that go over the rear differential, and then this portion here points to your mufflers. Everything is labeled. I'll pull this one off here right quick, and you can see it says muffler. This kit is designed to replace the OEM factory installed muffler tailpipe if the exhaust system has already been altered in any way. Fabrication or purchase additional pipe may be required, or purchasing an additional pipe. So since I've got turn downs under the door basically, which is right there, probably going to be a little bit short on pipe, so I'm going to have to get a couple extensions to extend my muffler back to where it'll meet these, which is fine. It's no big deal. This kit that I got, I want to say it was about $150. So in 2024, that's really not that bad. I think to get this exhaust system done from, if I did mufflers all the way to the tailpipe, it was going to be, let's see, if I did the whole muffler system from the headers to the back, it was going to be about $500 or $600, including mufflers. I already had a set of mufflers that I use, so the mufflers I put on here, I don't remember what they are. They may be thrush mufflers or turbo mufflers. They sound pretty good. Here's an audio clip. So, I mean, I've been happy with the sound. I would just like that sound to not be under my butt, because it turns down right behind the driver's seat, and it's just really loud. I like the sound, but you can't even talk in the cabin right now. So I know it'll be better once I get the rest of the sound deadening in there and the carpet, but still, I want to go ahead and get the exhaust out of the back. So let's get the car in the air, and we'll take a look at fitting the manuals and see where they're going to fit at, and then fit where the tailpipes fit at. I know you're curious about that box right there and what's in that box. So let's go ahead and cut this open. Inside this box you have clamps. Lots of clamps. And hangers. So that's not bad at all, honestly. Let's see, these hangers right here right now at the parts store are about $8 a piece. So there's 4 of those in there. That's $32 in hangers, and the muffler clamps are about $4 or $5 a piece. And I see 10 muffler clamps, so 5 times 10 is another $50. So that's $100 in hardware, just that alone, if you were to buy it individually. So considering they throw that in and the pipe, I mean, I think it was $150, maybe $169, maybe $170 for the pipe and the hangers. That's budget friendly. That's about as good as it's gonna get. So, all right, let me get the car in the air, and then we will start fitting some pipe. All right, I got my tubes laid out back here, my exhaust pipes. Went and grabbed me a couple 36-inch extensions from the local parts store. Shout out to my local O'Reilly's. Thank you guys. You always take care of something when I need it. So those are my extensions there. These are the pipes. Are going to come back, dump out somewhere underneath the bumper back here. And I've got 2 of those to go over to the rear end, kind of like we talked about. I'm show you guys what I got going on underneath, so that way you understand what I'm cutting and modifying. So looking up there at the mufflers, I've got to cut those mufflers loose and flip them over 180 degrees so those outlets are on the inside instead of the outside. So that way my pipe that comes over the rear end, as you see there, will line up in the correct orientation and then push these out far enough for everything to work. Alright, so this tool is not required, but it could make your life easier. This is a tailpipe expanding tool. I've had this thing a very long time. There's the part number right there. That's what I'm using. And you simply insert it in the pipe like so. Turn it clockwise. This will open this opening up some more to make it a little bit easier for me to slide the other pipe into it. One of them was fine, this one was a little bit tight, so I'm just using this tool to expand it up a little bit. Now if you have an impact, it'll make it a lot easier instead of doing this manually. But the manual way works too. Alright, I'm going to get back to test fitting. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know somebody else will. So those mufflers are sitting underneath the seats. And most people put those mufflers back there at the back. Which I am not going to move these mufflers right now. And my reason for that is this Chevelle is probably going to be getting an engine swap. And when I swap the engine, I'll have to redo the exhaust again. So right now, I'm just getting the sound out the back. So if you're wondering, that's why this was $40 to make this happen. So it wasn't really a lot of money to get this from the back to where it was at. So that is why. And the reason I had short pipes on there with mufflers is because open headers is even louder than where I had the turn downs. So anyway. So you got your shorty headers back to here to the muffler, and then I got an adapter right there where that clamp is, and to the back over the rear end. And take a look under here. So we got it on both sides, come back, turn up, go over the rear end and down, and on this side we go over the rear end and down, and I'm going to have to move this one back a little bit. It's a little bit close to the rear axle here. So I'll do a little bit of tweaking to get that pipe back where it needs to be at. And I need about another inch or so. And this one on this side is a little close to the front of the differential. So we'll move this one forward a little bit. But all in all, looks good. Comes down and goes up over the rear end and runs parallel to the frame. Just like it says right here, parallel with the frame rail. Same thing here, parallel with frame rail. So there's the frame rail, there's the pipe. Perspective is kind of off because you're closer on this side than over there, but that's pretty much where it needs to be at. I am going to take them up some to where the height will be about yay far down from the bumper, about 1.25 inches. So yeah, let's do a little bit more tweaking, then we'll get it welded up and we'll have exhaust coming out the back. Oh yeah. So far this is what we got. Got my tips just past the back bumper here, and I think this one may be out maybe a 1/2 inch longer than the other side. I may be able to slide it forward some. But looking underneath, running down the side of the frame, down the side of the frame that tucks down past the fuel tank, goes over the rear end. Same thing here, and then you can see it heading down into the muffler. There's another angle there. So let's do some welding. Well, you see the garage is smoked up. We got everything welded up down there. You can see it's welded through and through. Got smoke coming out the tailpipe. I'm going to go ahead and put my exhaust hangers on, and then we will fire it up and see what it sounds like. Alright, so that is the exhaust on the 67 Chevelle Project Motivation, and it does sound good. Much better. The sound is out the back of the car. The cabin noise is down. Much more reasonable now. We don't even have the sound deadening or insulation in, and it is a lot more enjoyable already. Also, the block swung by, did a quick check on the valves. All the valves and the lifters are operating as they should, and we found an exhaust leak on the driver's side manifold up top. That's what the ticking noise was that we heard earlier. So the good news is an exhaust leak is easy to fix, a lot easier than replacing lifters in the cam. So we double up the gasket between the head and the header, and that should take care of the exhaust leak. I got a couple old school drop-ins, so we're just going to drop one in there. That should take care of that, and then we are one step closer to getting this thing to an event, which I think the first one will be Cars and Coffee, because that's a monthly thing. We may be able to squeeze one in before then, but we will see. Anyway, I'm excited. This is a huge step in the right direction on Project Motivation. It has been many years in the making, and I'm just going to say thank you guys for being here for the ride. It has been a long time coming. My name's Erwin. This Thrill is in a Block. We're giving back what time is taken away. We'll see you soon.